Hello wet shavers! Welcome to the Soap Thing Project, or if you've been here before, welcome back. So 5 years ago in 2017 I stopped using cartridge razors to get my daily shave and I moved to double edge and single edge razors, and I've been using those ever since. There's a wide variety of reasons for why I switched, the biggest reason being that double edge blades are so much cheaper than cartridge razor blades. And my job requires me to shave every day, so I was saving a lot of money, at least until I decided to turn it into a hobby, and then that went out the window. Now, having said that, there are in fact 2 cartridge razors that I keep going back to from time to time because they're just so much fun to use. One of them is the Gillette Atra from the 1980s, and that has been featured on numerous videos here on the Soap Thing Project. The other cartridge razor is the Gillette Sensor, which looks exactly like this. And this was first released in 1990, and in my opinion, this razor is the best cartridge razor Gillette ever made. When Gillette made this, they could have dropped the microphone and walked away, but oh no, they had to keep pushing and pushing and pushing, and then they pushed a bunch of people into double-edged safety razors. See how that happens? So, way to go, Gillette, nailed it. In any case, I digress. So, we're going to talk about why I think the Gillette Sensor is the very best a man can get.
Gillette announces a razor that can sense the individual needs of your face.
Gillette, the best a man can get.
Introducing the extraordinary Gillette Sensor shaving system. Sensor blades are mounted on responsive springs to continuously sense and adjust to your face for the best shave a man can get. Closer, smoother, safer. New Gillette Sensor.
Gillette, the best a man can get.
Alright, the Gillette Sensor. We're going to talk about it and then we're going to do a shave with it. First things first, how do you get one of these? Well, you can usually find Gillette Sensor handles or Sensor XL handles on eBay without a lot of trouble. They are, however, very expensive usually, so do keep that in mind. Alternatively, you can get one of these style Gillette Sensor handles. You can get these on Amazon without a lot of trouble. I will put the price on Amazon across the bottom of the screen for you, at least the time this video is being filmed. Now, a couple things about this particular handle. It is very lightweight, and it does not look or feel very durable, but trust me, it is. I am active duty United States Air Force, and I have 3 of these handles, and 2 of them were deployed with me downrange to Saudi Arabia, and I beat the crap out of them, and they're still going. So these handles are absolutely good to go if you're looking for a Gillette Sensor. So there are 3 reasons why I think the Gillette Sensor is the best. Number 1 is the size of the head. As you can see, this is a very narrow head that has only 2 blades on it. Here it is side by side with a Gillette Fusion Pro Glide. And as you can see, it is a world of difference. I mean, look at the size of that head. Look how large that is. I can't tell which is bigger, the size of this head or New Hampshire. Now the reason that's significant is because this razor is very good at creeping around corners and getting into hard to reach places on your face. With the Gillette Fusion Pro Glide, for example, the head is so unwieldy that it's actually really hard to get up under your nose. And so they actually have a trimmer on the top side of the cartridge to help get under and close to your nose. The Gillette Sensor has no such problems. It gets under there, no problem at all. You can go under your ears and up the side of your face. There is no place that this razor can't go. So the number 1 reason this razor is the best is the size of the head. Number 2 reason why the Sensor is the best has to do with how the head is mounted to the handle. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Here we have the Gillette Fusion Pro Glide again, and as you can see, the handle is mounted to the very bottom of the head, and it is under spring tension. The reason this is significant is because it incentivizes you to apply way more pressure than you should to get the head flush against your face so it'll slice the whiskers off of your face. Applying too much pressure is the number 1 reason why people have problems with cartridge razors, and it causes redness and irritation, razor rash, razor burn, ingrown hairs, is because people are pressing it against their face entirely too hard to get it flush with their face, and then they're scraping it down their face rather than gliding it down their face. Now conversely, the Gillette Sensor has its head mounted pretty much dead center. So when you apply this to your skin, once it makes contact, that's it. It's not moving. So as you move it down your face, it disincentivizes you from pressing far harder than you should and causing skin irritation. The third and final reason why I think the Gillette Sensor is the best is the simple fact that it has fewer blades that are spaced further apart. As you can see, the sensor only has 2. Now on the other hand, when you take something like a Gillette Fusion Pro Glide, that's 5 blades. That is 5 sharp blades scraping across your face at the same time, causing redness and ingrown hairs, razor bumps, razor rash, and burning. I have never had that issue with the Gillette Sensor. It simply doesn't have enough going on to cause those kinds of issues. This razor has always given me an irritation-free shave every single time I use it. Okay, enough talking about why. It's time to do a shave with it. So for today's shave, we're going to use Barbus Active shaving soap, and this is imported from Slovakia, and this has a very sporty kind of shower gel sort of scent. It's good stuff from Slovakia. Barbus Active. Got the matching aftershave gel that we're going to apply to the face after the shave, and the brush is from APShaveCo, and it's a 24mm black and white synthetic on a blue APShaveCo handle. And let's get started. Okay, here we go. Got a little over 24 hours growth in the face today. Somewhere between 24 and 30 hours. So plenty enough growth to do a shave. Just working this into the whiskers, and then we'll get started. Okay. Here we have the Gillette Sensor with a fresh cartridge. Let's do a shave with it. Now, cartridge razors are known for having this really off-putting tugging sensation that you can get on your face from, I think it's from the blades not being sharp enough. Because I'll tell you what, without a doubt, safety razor blades are much more sharp than any cartridge razor blade I've ever seen. That's for sure. But when it comes to the tugging and pulling against your hair, this sensor has by far the least amount of it. And the handle is nice and thin, so it's easy to toss around in your hand. I actually started shaving with the Gillette Mach 3 and then went backwards because I was having issues with razor bumps, ingrown hairs, and burning. So a friend of mine when I was in college, who was a little bit older than me, he said, well, why don't you try the sensor? So I gave it a try, and I almost never had issues with razor burn and ingrown hairs again. In fact, at the time that I switched to safety razors, I wasn't getting irritation or ingrown hairs or burning or anything like that. I didn't convert for that reason. I converted because I'm military and they make you shave every day. So I still have a fondness for the sensor particularly because it's about the only cartridge razor, that and the Atra, that I think is pleasant to shave with. The rest of the razors I've ever used, the Schick Quattro, the the Bic Flex 5, the Gillette Fusion. They're just a skin irritating mess as far as I'm concerned. There's just too many blades that aren't far enough apart. Speaking of the blades being further apart than normal, that makes this razor just a little bit more efficient than most other cartridge razors. Because I've got to do a bunch of blade buffing with any cartridge razor, but with this one, at least when I have to do it, it's significantly more comfortable. Just touching up in a couple of places. Then we'll do a rinse and see how I did. All right, let's rinse. Well, I got a little bit of a nick right there, but I tend to have acne and stuff like that pop up anyway, so I'm not going to blame that on the razor. Overall, I'd say that was a pretty good shave. Let's do the aftershave. Okay, off camera, I did use my Omega alum block on the face, and I got some stinging feedback right back here, which is interesting. Everywhere else was totally good to go. No problems at all from the Gillette Sensor. So let's do the Barbus Active aftershave gel. And when I say gel, I mean it literally is a gel. So we're going to put it on the face. And this stuff actually absorbs into your face quite rapidly. It's not gooey or slimy. It pretty much takes effect right away. There's a big cooling sensation on the face. This aftershave is good to go. Okay, my final thoughts on the Gillette Sensor. If you must use a cartridge razor, this is definitely, in my personal opinion, the best you can possibly use. I have almost never gotten a bad shave with the Gillette Sensor. It's always been a very smooth, very refreshing shave, which is more than I can say for a lot of other cartridge razors. They do okay, but a safety razor usually does a lot better than razors like the Gillette Fusion Pro Glide. But this is definitely hard to beat. If you can't bring yourself to use a safety razor for whatever reason, that's your prerogative, definitely check out the Gillette Sensor. It is absolutely good to go. That'll be the shave for today. I want to thank everybody for watching, and until next time, this is Soap Thing telling you, shave like you mean it. Thanks for watching.